Hi and welcome to my review of the Abox projector. It's 3000 lumens and the resolution is 1280 by 720p. Not quite high definition or not quite HD, but it's still very good resolution nevertheless, and it does support HD files up to 1080p. You've got the keystone adjuster and the focus ring there with the lens cover there, covering the lens of course. You've got the power input there and the power cord is supplied. You've got the SD card slot just there. You've got the headphone socket there and the AV socket there. Both of those are 3.5mm jacks. You've got the VGA port there if you want to plug a computer straight into it. HD port there, and it has only got one, which is a bit of a downside, a bit of a disappointment, but that's easily remedied really just by swapping the drives out. I normally use a gigabyte hard drive for most of my movies, so I rarely have a problem with it. You've got HDMI slots just there as well, and again you've only got the one of those, but as you'll see up there I tend to use a sort of a 3-in-1 HDMI adapter, so that doesn't become a problem. The very good thing as far as I'm concerned, because you can see the projector normally goes onto the shelf there, is all the controls, all of the inputs are on the sides, not on the back, so that means it can go flush up against the wall and gives me the maximum distance between the projector and the screen, so I get the biggest image possible given my conditions. Now underneath, fairly straightforward, 4 feet, and you've got the tilt adjuster just there. The socket for that, the threaded socket, also acts as a tripod mount, so if you want to mount it from a ceiling for instance, or you want to mount it on a tripod on the floor, you can do so by using that mount there, and it's strong enough to do so. I've actually tried it out and it actually works quite well. The controls that you see at the top there pretty much mirror what you've got on the remote control, which I'll show you in a moment. So you've got the back button, the power button, source button and the menu button which is there, and navigation controls and the selection button in the middle there, and that's all fairly straightforward, and that's the control that comes with it. It's not as comprehensive as some of the controls I've used in the past, but I actually prefer this one because if you're watching a movie in a darkened room, I'm forever trying to fiddle around trying to find the play button on my other controller, whereas this one it's all on screen, so you just press the select button, which is nice and easy to find in the dark because you can feel that it's inside of the navigation ring, and the controls are all on screen, so dead easy to use. Buttons are nice and big, and they're also, I don't know if you can see that, they're profiled away from the face of the remote, so you can find them easy in the dark. I've found also that the infrared, I don't even know where the sensor is on this actually, I've just found it, it's just there. The infrared also works very well, so you can point this at the screen and the infrared on the projector will actually pick it up even if the projector's behind you, which is what tends to happen. The speakers in this are, or speaker, I don't know how many it's got, but the sound on this is pretty loud actually, and it should suit for most purposes. It's not got a huge amount of bass or anything like that, so the quality itself isn't mind-blowing, but it certainly does the job. And using the the headphone socket just there, you can plug that into an external speaker if you want to, so if you want to move the sound to elsewhere, or if you want it slightly louder or a bit more bass, you can do that. And that's what I tend to use 90% of the time. I either play through my Shark speaker, which is that one there, or I play through Bluetooth headphones, which I use my Bluetooth sender there, and I found that works very well as well. Particularly most of my movies I watch late at night, so I tend to use the headphones 90% of the time, I would say. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like both in the daytime and in nighttime viewing, so you can see what the picture looks like. Okay, this is the daytime test of the Abox projector, and you can see what it looks like. This is a fairly dull day, and you'll see in a minute it's watchable, but it's not something you'd really want to sit through a full movie like it in the daytime. And if it was sunny, you wouldn't see much on there at all, really. But here we go. Let's try something from my hard drive to start with. A bit of dodgeball. Old movie, still a good one. And the sound that you hear is actually coming from the projector, and it's at max volume at the moment. That's pretty loud. The quality isn't fantastic, but you can certainly hear what's going on and hear the music, and the speech is good as well, which you'll hear in a moment.
Tired of the same old you? Tired of being out of shape and out of luck with the opposite sex? Tired of being overweight and under-attractive? Yeah! Oh, hello. I'm White Goodman, owner, operator, and founder of...
Okay, and let's try it with the blinds down now.
Gym America Corp. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be stuck with what you got. Hey, Rory, looking good.
Okay, now this is the blinds down. The blinds are pretty much blackout blinds, so this is virtually what you get at night time.
And that's where we come in.
Much better. Just turn this sound down a little bit, it's just a bit too loud.
Personal alteration specialists. And with our competitively priced on-site cosmetic surgery, we can turn that.
And contrast and colours much better. Resolution's really good. It's not HD, but it looks very good. It supports full HD.
How do I know? Well, I'm not only the founder of Logo Gym, I'm also a client. That's me, 6 years and 6
So this is from the hard drive. So this is a MPEG-4 file that I'm playing from. I'll just come out of this for a second. Right, let's show you something from my Amazon Fire Stick. Suicide Squad, for instance. Let's just carry on with that. And again, image contrast, colours, the quality itself is very good. Very impressed with this. For this price range projector, it's very good. Forgot to mention this earlier on. You get a number of accessories with the projector, namely the mains lead, of course. You also get HDMI cable, and you've got the adapter cable for the 3.5mm AV jack, which is there, and that takes standard video, left and right audio, RCA cables. Okay, I hope that helps you guys out. If you're interested in these sort of gadget reviews, projectors, etc.,